Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Henry Estotanes, a native Gubatnon. They call me Dr. T in Ateneo de Manila, where I taught for 25 years. Decided to come back to my hometown, Gubat, here to share my experiences as a historian, cultural heritage advocate, and a professor of history. Okay, we are now walking to what is the municipio during that time. It's called Residencia during the Spanish period. So the church is there, the municipal hall is here, and the school is just there. So everything you need, okay, is within a 100-meter radius or 200-meter radius. Okay? So this is the heritage zone. It became a multi-purpose building. It became the high school, the garrisons of the Americans and the Japanese. It became the regional trial court, became the emergency hospital, until finally in 1997 it became the Bicol University Gubat campus. Okay, and this is the Monreal building. So you can imagine if Gabaldon is over here, then they would cross the street to go to the other building. And this must have been the other building. But if you look at the construction type of the so-called Monreal building, it's not made of wood, it's concrete. Okay? Therefore, there must have been storage involved. Okay? Because if it were people friendly, it would not be built that way. No? It's like a bodega, okay? A bodega type. So there may have been classes there, but mostly for vocational courses. Yeah, look at the structure again, di ba? Elevated, di ba? Kasi for the floods. Ngayon, sinemento na sa ilalim. Dati mataas yan. Large windows, di ba? Capiz shells. Okay. Large space kasi isang schoolhouse lang for all the grades. Yung roof, I don't think it was that kind of roof before. Galvanized. This type of construction, is this the front or is it the back? Diba? It could have been the front. No? It's more massive. If you look at the entrance now, it's so small. It's not grand at all. No? So somewhere along the way, they must have changed. You know what I suspect? There were two openings. Two, right? You could enter the church either this way or that way. You see that the pillars in the middle, you cannot change that. Okay, because that's part of the structure, but the one on the side, right? If the church is this way, and you walk here, if you walk straight, you know where you end up? Cemetery. The Catholic cemetery is over there. So isn't it logical that when you bring out the dead person here in front, you make a direct trip? Because there is pamahiin that, the person who is dead should not make side trips. Because if he does, he might cause the death of somebody else, right? Our churches in Bicol are not as great because the Franciscans were poor. They had a vow of communal poverty. So the whole community was poor. Whereas the Agustinians, Dominicans, so if you look at those churches in Ilocos or in other places, very rich yung retablo. Diba? Dito, wala. Barren. Diba, no? They're poor and then they get raided by the Moros. Those are the old warehouses where they stack the abaca. So the boats would pick up the abaca from the almacen, okay, bring it to the ships, would be over there maybe, but the big ships would land over there. They would not really land this close. Always, heritage is something that is given to you, sometimes without your consent. Okay? And it comes to you and sometimes you don't know what to do with it. All I'm asking is this: that heritage comes from your parents, comes from your grandparents, comes from your ancestors. Learn to value it. First, be aware of what it is, value it, then make the same effort to pass it on to the next generation. Good luck.